Hi, this is Pete. I want to quickly demonstrate what it's like to work with Deephaven in Jupyter. We're using Deephaven as a server, essentially. Quickly stepping through that, you can see that, you can run the same sort of table operations in Jupyter as you do in our web IDE. It's the same interactive experience tried to emulate within the construct of Jupyter Notebook. So, here's the same type of table operations. I haven't rendered any output here. But one thing that's nice is people are typically used to seeing data in pandas data frames. Certainly we support a table to data frame construct, but what we find challenging with pandas data frames is looking at them and interacting with them isn't very luxurious even in Jupyter, right? So they're small, so you can see these are all of today's trades are actually, I just converted the last 100,000, but I'm seeing 10 rows here, and this is the current static output just rendered a few seconds ago of the last trades of the day, and again it's static and it doesn't have any updating state. So instead we can use Deephaven tables, right? So instead of converting to a pandas data frame, we can take that that table that I had to that I defined earlier called trades today, and then we can just display it as a Deephaven widget. This is the exact same widget as we've shown in the web IDE with all sorts of interactive capabilities here, as you would think, right? So if this is after the close, there's not much ticking, but if I sort, you should see that there is, as new trades come into the marketplace, this is the last trade by underlying symbol, so this will be ticking. Maybe if we filter on something that's kind of active after the close, we might see Apple change here in just a moment, or at least maybe Spider will trade after the close here. Come on, baby. Yeah, the market's not being friendly to me. After the close isn't the best time to demo. There you go. But we're seeing, we'll see different stocks are trading, and as they trade, this sort will bring them to the top. So we think these interactive widgets are really quite nice. And you can take this work product and do down, cell by cell. Oh, I want to take that table, and do other things with it, do other calculations, etc., and render those things respectively as, as work products. So, hey, what are the number of trades per underlying symbol in this table, or something like that. It's not only the widgets, the table widgets that are interesting. We also use our plotting widgets here in all their glory with their downsampling, because these tables can be huge and that's not efficient to publish millions of points if you can only see thousands of pixels. These things also update in real time. And then not only can you get raw work product and work with it here, raw tables, and manipulate it, but one can take output, for example, from, okay, here's a table called join batch and stream from some, some query that's already running, AAA1 query basics, blah, blah, blah. If I go here, you'll see that, I can call that application, I can get that table, and sure enough, I don't get the raw data, but I get the table in all its glory. And again, I don't know if we want to, we want to interact with this however we can, or however we'd like to, right? So you can get not only raw data, but also a finished work product from across the company or across your team here into Jupyter Notebooks. And then finally, as you'd imagine, you can do things like use, I don't know, scikit-learn or NumPy here in Jupyter directly using NumPy or Deephaven and NumPy conversions, or washing through pandas, or whatever the case might be. Here's a rendering of a matplotlib output, and the communication can be two ways, where we say, okay, let's pretend I just calculated new betas up here and I want to push them to Deephaven. Let's say, I've got some calculation here where I want to push in new betas, which will then impact downstream calculations for beta adjusted exposure to stock prices or something like that, both at the account level here as well as, you know, at the account symbol level, and then rolled up here. Sure enough, if we run this cell here in Jupyter, we should find, if we go back to Deephaven, sure enough, all the betas changed, and you know, all of these calculations changed accordingly because of that directed acyclic graph that pushes changes to dependence in real time. So Jupyter is a compelling notebook experience. We're very committed to supporting it, and you know, we hope that our users really value many of these widgets and a lot of the interoperability we've created.